Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some Avernum 4, shall we? Picking up where we left off, and, I cleared this out, at least as much as I thought I could. I didn't find anything, I didn't stop the invasion, so I'm just going to investigate and see what else we could find around here. There's definitely a little camp down here. Let's see if there's anything to pick up. Nothing of value. So if I look at the map, we are here, and this is the undead infestation, so we could check that as well, see if they're somehow connected. Also go in here. What is this? Anything? A mangy cur. I don't know, is that like an animal that we can recruit or something? Goblin fen. Ah. There was a long, flat expanse of cavern to the south, the roof arches high overhead. The luminescent fungus on the ceiling enables you to clearly see the terrain ahead. It would be refreshingly easy travel were it not for all the slime and muck. A long path worn into the stone by the passing of many wagons winds down an elevated ridge of floor. The path marks the route from Fort Monastery to the north to the settlement of Grindstone to the south. Though the light is too dim to make out many details, there are definitely many small shapes moving in the cold mist, mostly goblins looking for passing travelers and merchants to harass. They are taking advantage of the sovereign's cease to emerge from their pits and cause trouble. Well, how about we give them some trouble? An escaped lizard. I don't even know what to make of that, but I'll go give it a chop. So somebody's, lizards have escaped? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Aww. Miss, you're better than that. Or not. Oh, that was a substantial bite right there. All right, please kill that. You got it. All right, I need you to heal our friend because that didn't feel good. There. That was more reasonable, damage-wise. Oh, I think I just shot with my mage because I wasn't paying attention. That's embarrassing. Ooh, she parried. And by she parried, I mean she blocked 1 out of the 9. So parry is not a full block. Good to know. We're going to just bolt to fire and win, but I need to heal. Ooh, we didn't win. That's scary. Okay. Yeah, they give you a little bit more experience than some of the other riffraff. Animal skin, okay. Anything valuable? I don't know. I feel like I want a rope. I don't know why. Okay. Please, Dylan. Oh, end combat. There you go. There you go. All this go around. Oh man, this guy died over here. What happened? Oh. Vulnerability scroll. It didn't go well. So I'm looking at the map, and yeah, we're getting over closer to the undead infestation area. There's goblins right here, so we should probably just start combat. Uh-oh. There's a lot of goblins here. Okay, it's like I saw just these two. I was like, no problem. Uh-oh. This doesn't look good. You're going to walk all the way there to do that shot? Are you sure you need to do that? Can you just walk here and shoot him? There you go. I'm going to... cast protection, and then I'm going to move up here and summon a... Actually, can I pool of fire on these guys? They're going to walk right through this probably and not get hit. So, that being said, maybe I get somebody with it, you know? Yeah, they're on fire. They took damage. That guy almost died. Okay. So that's pretty reasonable. Alright, we're going to switch back to our cleaver, and we're going to do Brutal Blow and hit this goblin. He's burning. And then she can switch here, and then just hit. Good. And... I think I'm going to cast Blessing. War Chant. So now we have a bunch of good stuff going on, and I'm going to step back here, and I'm going to summon a beast. So we're surrounded. That guy died in the fire, which we like. Let me just kill somebody. Missed. Alright. I know that this is... I'm gonna hit that guy. He's the toughest. Okay, good. We got missed. Hey, nice shot. Alright, good job, everybody. Really good job. Alright, go ahead and heal up all this. And then just firebolt that guy. That was what we call a good battle. I used a lot. Oh, you know what I didn't use, though? I forgot to cast Cloak of Curses. I always do that. But in so doing, unfortunately, I end up, using... I'm going to take this pick. Just because, what if I could get through that rock over there? I need to go back to town, I think. My mana is just about 0. I could get into maybe one more fight. Now there's some shoes and gloves on the ground. That's better than 0. Alright, here's a little hatch. A cave bat. Oh, interestingly, I still have my little worm. Alright, great. Poor priest. I shouldn't have run up there and done that. You find the entrance to a long abandoned mine. All that is left is a rusty cart, some scree, and a trap door. There is a worrying sign that visitors have been here recently. There are footprints in the gravel, huge footprints left by crude, massive boots. Okay. Huge, massive boots is alarming. my cave worm is dead. There's a trapdoor, as was explained. So now we've kind of moved a little bit beyond the quest marker. I'll save it. And I'm curious, you know... Somebody's got a lot of fish. Oh, there's a person over here. This is me stealing their fish. Who is this guy? Orion. There's a middle-aged man standing by the shore here, calmly fishing in the river. 2 large pale cavefish are on the stone by his feet, and more are smoking by a fire pit nearby. He is unconcerned about being alone in such remote territory. He has a sword and a mean-looking dog, but that hardly seems enough to keep him safe. He's no fool, though. When you approach, he rapidly draws his blade and points it at you until you calm down. He sheathes his blade and smiles. Ah, it's not often I get company out here. I'm Orion. I'm not used to conversation, but I'm eager to hear what has been happening out in the world. Aren't you worried about being alone out here? Oh, of course, but I like my solitude most of the time. Most of what troubles me are the goblins, and I know how to warn them off. The only thing that would really scare me are the giants, and they're well off. This is good land to find solitude. He nods. I can see you've come far to visit our caves. The wandering spirit infects you too. That's right. How do you scare the goblins? He points to the totems up and down the river shore. They are decorated with goblin skulls, freshly harvested. I placed those. Sends a message. They know enough to leave me be. It's a classic message. The skull on the stick. Where are the giants? He points across the river to the west. I see them sometimes. They're hard to miss. There's giant land over there, but there's no bridge over the river. They're scared of swimming and too big and dumb for boats. So they stay over there and I stay over here. How might I get over there? I have no idea. I'm sure there's a way to the other side of the river, but I bet it's a real long hike. What about your boat? I would not advise it. I've been seeing things in the water. Serpents. I only get glimpses. They're nasty looking. I stay out of my boat until they move on. Or I'm staying out of my boat until I move on. Oh, okay. So he's not going anywhere. I have another question. Know anything interesting about the area? Not really. Nothing you didn't see heading here. Lots of goblins, related pests. He thinks, actually, there is one thing. What have you seen? Well, there's this tunnel to the south, along the river shore. Before all the goblins were about, there were people that came out to it often, from Fort Monastery, I mean. Haven't seen them in months, and I've learned better than to poke my nose into dark tunnels, so no idea what's in there. Interesting. All right, thanks, buddy. So he said there's tunnels to the south. This is Grindstone, the town that is connected by road. I'm going to go up to the north, I guess. I mean, this is cool. It doesn't... I can explore a little bit. Going in here, it doesn't refresh me. I could steal all his stuff if this is, like, his house. Oh, no, this is not stealing. The thing is, there is a little bit of value. No, there's no value to these. Does everybody have pants? No. These leather shoes are 3 and 2. They're actually better than those. Okay. Now that is stealing. Alright, so there's this trap door here, which has my interest. And there's another bat. Okay, no problem. I'm just going to run up and hit this bat. I'm going to shoot it. Yeah. When she gets that crit with the bow, it's just so nice. Okay. Fair enough. These herbs are worth a lot. I mean, I don't get anywhere near that amount of money for them, but, you know, theoretically, they have a value. All right. I'm going to save it and poke my head down here. What happened to you? There's all these people with, like, explosions next to them. Like, I assumed they were trying to cast some spell, and then they got wrecked. Alright, so... Bronze spear seems pretty good. The body has been here for a while, alone and undiscovered. This person was an Avernite soldier or scout. You can't figure out much more by looking at it, and you don't want to look too closely. Mostly bones are left. However, close to its hand, you see a few sheets of paper with cramped writing. Whoever this person was, he or she spent the last few hours of life writing what happened. Let's read it. Water damage has rendered several of the pages unreadable, but you can make some of it out. This was indeed an Avernite scout named Torella Vania. She was sent up here to watch the giants on the west side of the river. She was investigating rumors that they had grown much more active in recent months. These rumors were true. Unfortunately, while trying to investigate this tunnel, a giant saw her. He threw a stone over a chasm and broke her leg. She couldn't climb out of this hole. The last page of the journal is almost unreadable. It looks like she was trying to say goodbye to her mother and some friends. Jeez, you can't make out the name of the town where they live. That is an awful story. Okay, so this is locked on the other side. Can I guess not. I was wondering if I could look at like a map of the lower level. Oh, cave giant slinger. Okay, that doesn't look good. Now, I saved it before I got here. Okay. That's what happens. That's what happens. Oh, God. Oh, God. Load my game. Getting killed by that guy is no good. Okay, so the giants could fly her across the chasm. That's amusing. All right, we want to get all of this stuff, though, to sell. I mean... And then we can loot the body and read the papers and find out what was going on. But I'm going to... Then, you know... I'll save it after doing that. I'll probably just try to move on and not go down there. So, we can't get that way, and we don't want to go try to fight that giant across the chasm because it just kills us in one shot. So that's not ideal. So that's not the way I need to go for this quest. There is another goblin here. That is not a big deal. There is another bad guy down below it, though. Okay. Can you make it and hit this guy? No. So, I need to run interference with you and step in and fight the warrior. Good, the curse worked. And I need you to probably... God, there's a flinger, too. I'm going to go ahead and protect everybody, and then I'm going to summon a beast. Look at that. We got a skeleton. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and brutal blow this dude. Almost killed him. Excellent. Dead. Alright, that makes everything a lot easier. Just throw a fireball at that guy. Ouch. That was rude. Okay. Yeah, this is probably a good time to go back to town. I mean, I know we already told the guy that we... I'll go back and talk to him. But I thought I guess I killed the chief, but I don't know if that was Trickster. Oh, okay. I can go inspect the scrolls. Northwest corner of the fort. Okay. Yeah, we didn't do that yet. All right. There is still that. Sure, I can look at your scrolls. I'm watching you. Get out of here. All right, we're back up to 200 coins, which is obviously great. I could sell this spear. It does a bunch of damage. I'm not really good with the spear, but, you know, maybe I should be. Northwest corner. Oh, here we go. The box contains about a dozen scrolls. They're very old, brittle, and covered in writing in some strange, archaic language. They have labels on them, placed by the library they were liberated from. You find that they were brought here from the Empire. Read them. You carefully pick them up and read the writing. You don't understand a word of it. The language is clearly very old. The writing does, however, have a runic appearance, and the scrolls are slightly warm to the touch. Whatever secrets are contained within, they are magical. All right, that's about all I've got. I can steal a crystal robes. This would be good for our mage. Magical notes. Alchemical equipment. I mean, do you think they'll know if I just take everything? Is this not okay? Okay, let me save it. Just to be sure. I don't think she's going to notice that we're just wearing these robes. 2, 6... Yeah. So that was encumbering her. So maybe this will help her to wear a robe instead. Now, let's go tell the cappers. I killed the chief. What do you want to do now? It's time to hunt him. So that really wasn't where they were. He's in the Warren, so I need to just go further south. Well, but I went in there in the crystal mine, and I killed somebody, but maybe that wasn't the right guy. Oh, nothing is new. Stay in place. Yeah. So this is Dottie. You drop in to visit Dottie, the fort's blacksmith. In Avernum, where new equipment is hard to come by, a skilled smith to repair broken gear is an absolute necessity. He's an unusual-looking man. Avernites tend to be small and thin, but Dottie is a human slab. Time at the forge has given his face a bit of color. He recognizes you and gives a wave. Hello. Hope you aren't here for repairs. Already got a ton to do. I am here for repairs. Do you have any weapons and armor for sale? Oh, he has, like, savage leather. So this is way better for... Yeah, he has a tin helmet. This is also not bad, and he has a better shield, perhaps. Okay. Let me... Can I compare it? Yes, I can. Okay. So my helmet is 2 and 1, and this is 3 and 2, but it reduces your hit chance. This is again better than my current shield, but it has more chance to parry, and it does reduce your hit chance further, but it gives you more armor across the board. So I think this is probably reasonable for our frontline guy. This would be, the chainmail is better. Like what I have is better than this. It's kind of a minimal upgrade, though. I don't really know if I need to do that at the moment. I might want to just power up my spells. You present the wings to Lark. She smiles. Oh, the bat wings. Ah, lovely and still fresh. This will do nicely. I hope this is fair payment. I forgot about that. Let's just forget the fact that I stole everything from your room. I looked at the scrolls. They didn't make sense. I'm not surprised. A mess, aren't they? If only we could know what language it was. That would be a great start. Now that I think of it, I have heard that there is a sage in Formello, east of here, that specializes in dead languages. Lark hands you a piece of paper. It's a copy of one of the scrolls. Take this and see what you learn. If the scrolls are valuable, I'll share the knowledge with you. Okay. And I'd like to learn spells, and let's see. I think Daze is actually just a reasonable spell to learn because it's a crowd control. I'll do it. Okay, so I'm going to save it as Goblin Bound and move out. So, bit by bit, we're killing things, we're learning. What is this? Oh, herbs, okay. Sure. I mean, I'm not against herbs. That didn't go well. But that did. All right. I need to, before I forget, we got to cast Cloak of Curses. Whoa. That's a lot of goblins. Goodness. All right. Well, here we are. I'm going to let them come to me. No, you don't need to step. Do you really have to step to shoot them? I'd prefer if you didn't. I put her in a really bad spot. I did cast protection, but this is really scary. All right, let's kill somebody. Not bad. Oh, boy. I didn't expect that you would miss right there. You killed somebody. That's what I'm talking about. Now, is days going to affect me? If I can. Let me read the description again. Nearby enemies. Okay. Alright, the mage is in a really bad spot, but many of them are dazed. No, I dazed myself. Okay, so that's good to know just for the future. The tooltip says nearby enemies, so I assumed I was okay. I am not okay. I am a nearby enemy. Okay, all this can attack. We put one in the ground. The priest can go. Go ahead and switch to your bow and shoot that one. That was really good. You almost got it. I think a smite will finish this off. Indeed. Okay. We won, but it was harder than I wanted it to be. I had to use a ton of mana. That's my goblin. Okay, so not my best fight right there. And that happens. So because of the veteran difficulty, Daze does, like, all AoE. Even if it says enemies, it will affect me. So I just need to adjust for that. Let me get my spell points back. Luckily, it's not like I'm losing food or anything. I just come back here, get my spell points back, and then we can march on. All right, everybody. I hope you're still enjoying this game like I am. We're getting better bit by bit, and I've got a lot of the cave to explore. I'll check you next time. Thanks for watching. Take care.